The history of humanity is a vast tapestry woven with the threads of the rise and fall of countless societies. We find ancient records that tell the stories of a grand and real people. As the sun sets over the expansive African savannas, legends arise describing powerful kings and beautiful dark-skinned queens, forming a heritage that deserves to be remembered and celebrated. The Bible, an ancient and sacred book, holds within its pages the secrets of these ancestral stories. We invite you to embark on an immersive cinematic journey through time, where we will unearth stories that, though they may have been forgotten by many, remain etched in the sands of Africa. As we delve into these stories, we will uncover the secrets held in the pages of ancient manuscripts and oral traditions. But first, remember to subscribe to the channel and leave your like so we can reach other lives. Let's go. The biblical narrative of the flood, found in the book of Genesis, is one of the most well-known stories in the scriptures. According to Genesis 9 verse 18, all human beings are descendants of Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. After the flood, when the earth was repopulated, each of these sons gave rise to different groups of peoples and nations. This genealogy traces the origin of human diversity, including black individuals and those with dark skin. Ham, one of Noah's sons, is particularly significant in the genealogy of African and dark-skinned peoples. The Bible identifies Ham, son of Noah, as the progenitor of African and black peoples. His name is consistently associated with Africa, and the Book of Psalms links him to the ancient Egyptians. Shem and Japheth are brothers of Ham, representing Semitic and Japhetic peoples, respectively. They are equally important in the peopling of the earth. Ham plays a crucial role in the biblical genealogy of African and black peoples. According to the biblical account, after the flood, Ham's descendants settled in regions that today correspond to Africa and parts of the Middle East. He is frequently mentioned as the progenitor of African cultures, establishing the link between African heritage and the biblical narrative. The name Ham, in Hebrew, Cham, is associated with concepts of heat and darkness. That is, his name can be interpreted as hot or burned, which may allude to the darker skin tone of his descendants. In Genesis 10 verse 6, the sons of Ham are mentioned: Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. These names are associated with regions and peoples of Africa and the Middle East. Cush is often identified with the region of Ethiopia or Nubia. The Cushites are known for their rich history and culture that influenced much of the African continent. Mizraim is the Hebrew name for Egypt, one of the oldest and most influential civilizations in human history. Ancient Egypt, with its pyramids, pharaohs, and advanced cultural and scientific practices. Put is associated with regions of Libya and parts of North Africa. Canaan refers to the region that currently includes Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, and parts of Syria and Jordan. These genealogical associations directly link Ham's descendants to various African peoples, highlighting Africa's importance in the biblical narrative. Returning to the figure of Cush, Ham's eldest son, he is a fundamental figure in the biblical genealogy of African peoples. The Ethiopians are directly associated with Cush in the Bible. The ancient Ethiopian civilization, which developed in the Horn of Africa, is one of the oldest in the world. Known for its cultural, religious, and architectural achievements, Ethiopia maintained an impressive historical continuity, being one of the first countries to adopt Christianity as an official religion. For example, the name Cush is used as a synonym for Ethiopia in many biblical translations. In Isaiah 18 verse 1, the land of Cush is described as a distant place beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, inhabited by a powerful people. The curse of Canaan is an episode found in chapter 9 of the book of Genesis in the Bible, which many people have misinterpreted. After the flood, Noah plants a vineyard, drinks the wine, and becomes drunk. In a state of drunkenness, Noah uncovers himself inside his tent. Ham, seeing his father's nakedness, does not cover Noah but instead mocks him. When Noah wakes up and discovers what happened, he curses Canaan, Ham's son, saying that Canaan will be a servant to his brothers. Noah's drunkenness seems to be accidental, resulting from his discovery of wine made from grapes, which had never been made before. He became drunk unknowingly. Consequently, God did not punish him. The narrative of the curse of Canaan has been interpreted in various ways, and in many cases, wrongly throughout history. Some erroneous interpretations include associating the curse of Canaan with all African peoples, justifying slavery and racism, which is entirely wrong. This interpretation ignores the specific context of the story of Canaan and finds no textual support in the Bible to extend the curse to all Ham's descendants or all African peoples. It is crucial to clarify that the curse pronounced by Noah does not extend to all African peoples, nor even to all Ham's descendants. The curse was specifically directed at Canaan, Ham's son, and not an entire race. It is crucial to recognize that Ham and his 3 sons, Cush, Mizraim, and Put, are widely recognized as ancestors of various African and Black populations. However, it is important to emphasize that the Bible is not the only historical or anthropological source to understand the origins and trajectory of Black and African peoples. Scholars and researchers use various disciplines, such as archaeology, linguistics, genetics, and orally transmitted traditions, to reconstruct the intricate tapestry of human history. Ham lived for several generations after the catastrophic event. The Bible does not specify Ham's exact age at his death, but it suggests that he lived many centuries, a characteristic shared by other biblical patriarchs of that era. Researchers cite that he lived approximately 600 years. Ham was born before the flood, as reported in the biblical narrative, and was one of the 8 people aboard Noah's Ark who survived the global flood. After the flood, Ham had the unique opportunity to witness the repopulation of the earth, seeing the 5th and 6th generations of his family and ancestors. He also saw his own descendants grow and spread across various regions of the ancient world. The burial place of Ham is a mystery that has intrigued scholars and archaeologists for centuries. The Bible does not provide precise details about where Ham was buried, leading to various theories and speculations. Some scholars have suggested that Ham's tomb might be located in Africa, possibly in the region of Ethiopia or Sudan. This theory is based on Ham's association with African peoples. The Book of Jubilees offers a detailed narrative about Ham's later years and events involving Noah's family, as well as additional insights about his role after the flood. In the Book of Jubilees, Ham is described as a significant figure after the flood, witnessing not only his family's survival, but also the establishment of the first post-flood civilizations. One of the most notable events in the Book of Jubilees is Ham's discontent with his son Canaan's choice to settle in the land designated for Shem, which is now known as Israel. Ham and his other son disagreed with Canaan's desire to claim those lands for himself. According to the Book of Jubilees, they did not support Canaan's decision to reside in Shem's territory, as they believed that the lands in Africa were destined for Ham's descendants. Ham is credited in the Book of Jubilees as the first to establish a city and region after the flood. He is described as a leader among his descendants, guiding them in founding a settlement that would eventually become a center of culture and commerce. Another aspect that many theologians cite, and that causes discussion regarding the origin of Black people, is the Book of Enoch. In the Book of Enoch, it is mentioned that Methuselah, his son, who became Noah's grandfather, would have a grandson born with white and pale skin. However, he was told not to worry about this because his grandson would save humanity. This would be Noah, which opens the possibility that the first humans were Black. Others cite that this interpretation only means that Noah would be albino. We deeply appreciate you following this exploration of Ham's story and its light on biblical scriptures. We invite you to subscribe to our channel and follow future episodes, where we will continue to explore issues found in the Bible.